Good Friday morning, Larry Sprinkle. I'm with Chris Mulcahy. The weekend is here. It's hard to believe we're this close to the 4th of July and a lot going on. You know, we're talking about the heat, but also the drought.
Yeah,
that's a serious issue.
So much going on that we're officially under a flash drought because of how hot it's been. We haven't seen a lot of rain in June. So even
check this out. This is this graphic right here.
Ooh, not good things. 99 to 100%. So that means pretty much all of the Carolinas under a dry to a drought status. This officially was updated as of yesterday.
And South Carolina, 100%.
That's crazy.
It really is. I mean, it's getting into the, you know, we had, you know, a decent amount of rain all the way up to the month of June, and then basically it just stopped. So our deficit out there is 2.63. Total rainfall, June 2024, just a little bit over 1 inch of rain.
Yeah, and 0.03 officially came yesterday. So it was raining, but that's not enough. Like I was so shocked. I was like, "That's all we got."
That was just nothing but steam yesterday. So we certainly need some rain. And then the other issue, obviously, is the heat as we head into the upcoming weekend. By the way, the high yesterday was 85. It felt so good, but it's kind of back to reality. Today, 90 heat index,
typical
96. But this weekend, weather where 102 heat index on Saturday. Sunday, that's the big day.
Yeah, I think that's going to be our first heat advisory. And you had mentioned this earlier that if it's 110 or greater, you said you wouldn't be surprised if some areas in the eastern Carolinas might even see that. So just letting you know, that range right there, 103, that's the magic number. That's where heat exhaustion isn't just possible, it's likely.
Yeah.
So just don't overexert yourself. And Larry, this is also going to be really noticeable that this will be the most humid air that we've felt so far this season. We haven't been this humid since last July.
That is not comfortable. That does mean over the weekend, a lot of people are out over the weekend. Tomorrow, it's going to be hot and humid, about 102 or so heat index. Could be a few showers and storms. That's not going to cool things down. It's just going to be steam. Just
please
bring up the humidity even more.
Yeah, it's not going to feel great, but just give us the rain at least.
Absolutely, we do need the rain. That's for sure.
And it will cool you down. Rain cooled air is always going to kick temperatures down, but honestly, right after it rains, it's like whoop, right back up.
There we go. And then Sunday, here comes that excessive heat and a better chance of rain and storms. Heat index about 106, really uncomfortable, and could be kind of dangerous out there. That's why. Extreme. When you talk about extreme, I mean that is the danger category right there on Sunday.
And you're close to it, still major on Saturday.
Yeah.
And another thing to put in perspective, so these heat alert maps that the National Weather Service puts out, it's oftentimes Mecklenburg County is a tier above the rest. It's because of the urban heat island with all the pavement that we have that will actually be even hotter, so keep that in mind.
Like all the buildings, everything in town, that just makes it even feel hotter. So if you're out and about this weekend, heat exhaustion, certainly with the kind of heat, the danger that we have, some of the symptoms of this, if you feel faint or dizzy, you know, that's certainly one possibility. Excessive sweating, cool, pale, clammy skin. What about nausea, vomiting, something like that?
Well, and I actually want to mention one thing, the kind of a truth. I've never actually really had heat exhaustion. I actually had my first stints of it a couple of weeks ago, or like right at the beginning of this, last weekend actually. So what happened was we were out to eat, and what the umbrella was, the sun was hitting me a little bit more, and the sun can make you feel 10 to 15 degrees hotter. So we were out to eat. Literally, all of a sudden, I lost energy. I was overly sweating.
You had these symptoms?
Yeah, and then I actually could feel that I lost my appetite because I didn't feel good. So so this is the best thing. It's like just a person, because I know we always say this, but when you actually go through it, seriously, all these things are absolutely it. So it starts with excessive sweating. Then all of a sudden you feel like you lose your energy. And at that point, if you don't feel good in your stomach, you have to head inside.
Get to a cool place, drink water, and that's heat exhaustion. And then the worst case scenario is the heat stroke. And this one you have a throbbing headache, when you cannot sweat at all. You get a body temperature over 103 degrees.
That's awful.
This is a dangerous situation. And it could happen right here. So please limit your time outside. If that happens to anyone, please call 911 immediately. Just some things to think about.
One more thing before we move on. The headache's a big thing. Once you really start feeling the headache, that's kind of the tier 1 that you have moving on to heat stroke. So at that point, absolutely. When you have the stop of sweating, it's almost getting to that too late status.
It certainly is.
So anything before that, just try to listen to your body. All right,
stay hydrated.
Yeah, it's
that's
the big
main
one.
thing. That helps out tremendously. You know, whatever it takes. And we did want to mention we are in tropical season and getting active. And then over the left-hand side, Gulf of Mexico. That's a system that's going to affect Mexico, maybe South Texas, but interesting. Two systems back to back, and one of those, that red line right there, that has about a 90% chance of development into maybe a tropical depression, more likely tropical storm, headed towards the Windward Islands over the weekend.
Beryl.
Yeah, Beryl's the name.
That's going to be
Beryl. You know what? I've been doing weather all these years, and Beryl has never been retired. It's used every 5-6 years, and he's back.
Another one that's never retired because he's a weak storm, and I'm not mad about is Chris. So likely that other
that's
low
right. That's the next one on the list there. Yeah.
Yeah, and as you can see, Chris might be a follower, but interest of the name, why, right?
Yeah.
Every 6 years when it comes out, I have been a hurricane half the times, but usually I'm a fish storm. So hopefully I'm not threatening this year as well.
We hope you don't get too drastic.
Larry was a Category 5, but it was a fish storm.
I forgot about that. Yeah, stayed out in the Atlantic Ocean.
Let's
talk about the 7-day period here. Today is going to be all right. I mean, 90 degrees. Yeah, that's pretty typical of this time of the year. And we talked about the weekend oppressive heat, and then Monday and Tuesday upper 80s. Almost sounds cool when you think about it.
Yesterday was amazing. I want to go back.
A lot of folks have the 4th. Are you off the 4th?
No, I'm here.
We're both here on the 4th.
We're both here.
There we go. Look at that. 97, maybe another weather weird day.
It's crazy because 99 is what we hit for our hottest day the other day. And I love this stat just because it's personal for my life. The last time was July 7th. 2022. Well, that's the day that my son was born. So I didn't realize.
Right?
We didn't go outside, obviously.
Right.
So I didn't realize how hot it was. But think about that. It's been about 2 years since we were that hot, and then we're returning to that. Last year, the highest temperature all year, 97.
I mean, it was unbelievable last year how pleasant it was, and this is a total opposite this year. So
making up.
Stay cool, and we'll be back Monday morning, dark and early at 4:30 a.m.
Can't wait.
Have a great weekend.